Yeah, that's right, Bianca. And that bombshell proposal from Vice President Harris for prospective first-time homebuyers comes amid one of the biggest shakeups we've had in the housing market in decades. Under those new changes, would-be buyers now need to sign an agreement with their agents up front before they visit a home that essentially outlines how that agent gets paid and how much, and that the process for paying agents on both sides of a home purchase are now separated. You add that all up, and this could have not only a big impact on purchasers here in the Triangle, but on the overall economy, too.
But I do think the economy is in a bumpy state now.
Tonight, Triangle economists reacting to a new proposal from presumptive Democratic nominee Kamala Harris that would provide $25,000 in aid to qualifying first-time homebuyers.
To help with the down payment.
Mike Walden, Reynolds Distinguished Professor at NC State, says that plan would need to include significant new home construction, or it runs the risk of exacerbating inflation.
That financial assistance is simply going to be eaten up in higher prices for homes unless you increase the supply.
The plan was pitched to supporters here in Raleigh, where home prices have soared in recent years. Political science professor David McLennan says that timing isn't a coincidence.
It's good politics for this year's election because inflation is a key issue, and this is her way of dealing with a major issue with inflation, which is the rising home prices.
He expects it's a tack the Harris campaign will continue to take, and that inflation and home ownership will figure prominently on the trail in North Carolina.
It's all about trying to get the middle class and working class voters to buy into her economics package.
It comes amid one of the biggest shakeups in the housing market in decades. New changes officially taking effect this weekend that require would-be home buyers to sign a contract with their agents up front, outlining how those agents get paid and how much. And whereas in the past the typical 5 or 6% commission paid for closing a home would come from the seller's side and be negotiated and split by the buyer and seller, now the process for paying the two sides has been separated. The goal, to increase competition and transparency.
I think it's actually a good thing because now consumers will see complete transparency. Whoever's working for them, that buyer will know how much they are paying that person.
Triangle real estate broker Mike Montpetit says it's too early to say how the changes will impact home prices, but that it will put greater importance on a buyer or seller to find the right realtors to work with.
What will really happen is the market will stabilize and find its place, and the free market will work out just fine.
These housing market changes are the result of a settlement from the National Association of Realtors following an antitrust lawsuit. Meantime, it is worth noting that Vice President Harris's plan does include plans and incentives to generate 3 million new units of housing, but how that construction could come to pass, especially in cities that we know have very strict zoning rules, for example, that remains to be seen. Live in Raleigh, Sean Coffey, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Well, I know lots of people who have the goal of potentially having a home of their own one day are going to be watching this carefully, so we'll see how this all pans out, Sean. Thank you.